So I came across this. It says, when I secured a provider who literally does everything I ask and treats me like a princess, but I still have to wait for him to ask for my hand in marriage. There's a few things going on here. Number one, it proves that men control marriage. This proves that. A man can provide for you. He can be all of these things to you, but he knows what you're looking for. Men aren't stupid. They know who you are and what you're motivated by, and they know what your long game is and what you're trying to accomplish. So he'll play the game for as long as he chooses to play the game with you until something better comes along. But then he'll switch up. But ultimately, you have no control over him going and getting a ring and proposing. Here's the second thing. The provider mentality now for these women have become a scam. Okay? Look at what it says. Who literally does everything I ask. And that's what many women want. They want someone, I'm sorry to say, Travis Hunter-like, who's going to allow them to go into a party and dance on a man while they wait out in the car. They want a simp. That's what they want. No, not over here. And this is the other part. Treats me like a princess. Who said you were supposed to be treated like a princess? Maybe you get treated like an adult, a human being, a person of value and worth. They always want men to elevate them, but they always pick the man who de-elevates them.
These modern women every single time are going to embarrass themselves, and this is just another example of that.
But this man thinking that he's like cute for doing this is insane. The man he's reposting would never be with him in a million years. Oh, bitch, you're active an hour ago and I texted you 3 hours ago who blocked me on TikTok and repost the same I was crying to you about. Oh my god. Bless his soul. I'm done. Delivered for 2 minutes. Active 1 minute ago. So if I throw, what the fuck are you doing in 60 seconds? Go the fuck to sleep. Close your eye. Close your eyes. Go the fuck. Sorry. I'm not sorry. No.
Can you hold this? Thank you.
I didn't want sweet tea.
It's not for you. You weren't talking.
What do you mean it's not for me?
You had
These are
attitude.
both sweet tea. I don't want sweet tea. I always get lemonade.
It's not for you. You wanted to have an attitude and not talk, so I got my own food. Go get your food.
You really didn't get me anything?
Oh, stop.
Raymond, I don't want sweet tea.
It's not for you.
You're not serious.
Go get your food.
You are not serious.
I'm serious. Go get your food. I'm not getting
You have one box, Raymond. You are not serious.
Yes, I am.
I'm not mad anymore.
Okay.
Why wouldn't
you weren't talking to me when I got out the car. Why are you trying to talk to me now? You want to have an attitude and all this stuff, so go get your food.
Anymore.
Nah, go get your food.
You
want to have an
seriously
attitude?
didn't give me anything?
You want... Do you... This is all I have. I got some hot sauce for you. Here, take some hot sauce.
Raymond, why would you do that?
Go ahead, get your hot sauce. That's all I got for you. I don't have nothing else for you.
You are so serious.
I'm so serious.
Why would you do that?
Literally.
So apparently in this court hearing, the mom is refusing to leave the marital home, despite the court saying you need to get out the house. They're trying to sell the house, and the dad is contending that I'm guessing his ex-wife right now is deliberately making it hard for the realtor to sell this home. So let's jump into it.
Objection to the ex parte order. I'm assuming it was the 1/4/24 ex parte order. Grants exclusive use of the marital home to the defendant, grants him attorney's fees, and that the plaintiff basically is not permitted to be in the home without written permission from Mr. Donaldson. Ma'am, I've read your motion. What do you wish to add briefly to it?
Are you asking?
Yeah, it's
myself?
your motion. Yeah, it's your motion.
Oh,
Are you still in the house?
I am currently in the home, me and the children. Yes, sir.
Even though the orders have told you to get out?
Well, that says if I do not have permission, and I have permission to be in the home, I've
who?
spoken with Mr. Donaldson. Mr. Donaldson knows that I'm there. He
It
has
says written permission. Mr.
He-
Cox, does she have permission to be in the home?
She does not, Your Honor. It's
All right. Ms. Donaldson,
Yes, sir.
he says you don't have permission to be in there.
Your Honor, I actually do have permission. We have email communications back and forth. Mr. Donaldson knows that I'm in the home. We've been in communication with the realtor for the last couple of weeks. She also knows that I'm in the home. There has not been any expressed concerns about me being there. He did say that he was going to write something to allow me to be there. He has not provided that, but he has also not expressed at all any concerns. He comes back and forth to the home to bring the kids, and that's just how we have been we have been living in living in the home.
What's your motion here for?
for him every day.
You're trying
He
to
was
set
watching.
aside. You're trying to set aside this ex parte order that gives him exclusive use of the home.
Correct. He does not live in the home. He has his own separate home. He has moved out. And there's no reason to have that exclusive use. He filed a second ex parte without fulfilling the first one innocent at all. He was in the home 60 days during the first ex parte, and he did nothing. So really, when you look at it, he had no grounds or a need to file the second one when he already had full access to the home and full authority to move about at his discretion.
Yeah, but I don't think it's about him moving about in the home. I think it's about selling the house. They're trying to get rid of the house.
And so there has been no further disputes between us. He's left the home, and we've been both taking care of the kids. And he brings his son to me in the mornings because he doesn't have means to get them back and forth to school. That's the way that our kids get back and forth to school. And it's their foundational home as well. So it's just not in the best interest of the children, nor has it been a problem with me being there. And again, we have written communication back and forth that Mr. Donaldson does know that I am in the home. We do have emails to support that, sir.
Knows you're there. That doesn't mean he gave you permission, but I'll ask Mr. Cox. Mr. Cox, your response.
Your Honor, thank you. Your Honor, we've tried everything. We've tried ex parte orders. We've gone through.
I've had a hearing.
Certainly, you've had a hearing. The plaintiff has destroyed the garage door twice. She punches holes in the walls. This realtor I have is a very good people manager, and she's tried everything. We just can't get in. I've got an email from her today, very alarmed, saying that she's concerned that she's not able to sell this home, as it is nearly impossible to have showings. I have 4 showings set for Friday. Mrs. Donaldson said that she has left for a trip out of town and failed to put the key in the lockbox. Your Honor, it just goes on and on and on. I don't want to inundate you that with stuff, but the point is that she just will not allow us to get this house sold, either by destroying it or making it impossible to work with the realtor. The realtor just needs to be able to get this house sold, and we only can do that by having this ex parte order upheld. She has to be removed from the home. We've tried everything to try to get her out of the home, and she files these motions about how she was somehow wronged in the judgment of divorce. Just to kind of demonstrate how irrational this, Your Honor, we entered into an order before the judgment was entered that said, all right, so your 401k, Mr. Donaldson, is worth $103,000. But you, Mr. Donaldson, only have 14 days to tell us in writing what your premarital portion was. And he said it was somewhere between $30,000 or $35,000.
I know that 401k stuff supposedly held up the actual entry of the judgment. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter who did it. It only matters that I have in front of me a judgment of divorce that I am going to enforce the 4 corners of that, nothing outside of it. Okay.
Yeah,
and that
sense.
Judgment of divorce was entered on August 25 of 2023, stating specifically that the house shall be listed for sale immediately. There's no other way to put it other than it says immediately. We are now in February and it still isn't. I know that there have been ex parte orders. I know I had a hearing on it and said it's got to be done. It was objected to my order. The judge has found on more than one occasion that the house will be turned over to Mr. Donaldson because it can't seem to get sold in any other way. I know there are attorney's fees that are now due that are part of a lien on the house that you're supposed to take her portion of the house or her portion of the equity for some reason. I understand. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I don't know what else to do. You're just not abiding by a court order. I mean, I think I should have the police go out and remove you. And a court officer should set all your stuff out on the front lawn.
Dang.
Well, I don't know what that would do for our children that I take back and forth to school that he does not have means to do. Well, he should care about the welfare of his children.
I understand,
and he should know.
But I'm enforcing the order. The order. There's nothing.
Your Honor,
it doesn't.
Like you said, it's been February. It's 4 months past. He was in the house for 60 days and with an ex parte order in place the first time and did nothing. The house did not get on the market until January 30th, 2024. Those are not because of delays of myself.
It's because you wouldn't get out of the house like you were ordered to.
No one ordered me out of the home, Honor.
You've been ordered.
We've been communicating with the realtor. No, sir. No,
Yes, you
sir.
have.
Mr. Donaldson has emailed me, and we have email documentation that Mr. Donaldson is fully aware and okay with me being in the home. He has worked with me, and we have worked together to say certain things about the home. But he knows and fully aware that I'm there in the home. We communicate about the children, so he has had no issue with me being in that home. These concerns are
We have
more
to
so
get
coming
you
from
out of the home.
he told me I would be allowed 30 days once the home is sold. The home has not been sold. It just got put on the market less than 2 weeks ago, Your Honor. And it's been over 4 months that they've had to do that with full authority to do it. That has not been on my delay because the court granted them full authority that they have failed to exercise in.
It took us a lot longer because we had to get a bunch of ex parte orders in order to get the realtor to get anything done. And it's
That's
just
not true.
impossible, Your
You
Honor.
had your order from September 26th, and he did not move out until December
Cox,
1st.
what are you seeking today? Because, ma'am, this is the same thing that's been litigated that I started back in, I think it was.
Because it should have never been able to been filed in the first place, and it also should have never been granted because it had no grounds or no
I'm
means.
sorry,
to
but I
file
granted
them.
it, then the judge upheld it, the judge did something else to uphold it, and again, and I'm upholding it again. It's a court order. You just don't seem to agree that the court order should be issued because you don't think it should. I'm enforcing a judgment that you signed. You signed it. You agreed to it. At that time, on August 24, you agreed to it. And you agreed to the fact that the house would be immediately listed for sale, and it didn't, all right? And
That's
there
not
is
just
nothing I
on
can
me.
get
That's on the
done.
defendant as well.
There is nothing that I can get done, according to Mr. Cox. The realtor is saying, I can't even do 4 showings today? Is that
That's
what you
not true. Your Honor, they're
absolutely true,
having
Your Honor.
excuses after excuses when they've had multiple.
No, you've had
opportunities.
excuses after excuses why you do not
They
follow
have-
the court order.
They did not enforce the court order. They did not. Mr. Donaldson did not tell
Okay,
me.
then that's what we should do. I should order the police to go out and remove you because then they will follow the court order, okay? They want you removed from the home. And if that's what you're asking for, just
No, that's not why. I would not want to put my children in that position. I would not ask for that. And I don't think Mr. Donaldson would be asking
he
to put his
doesn't
children
want
in
to,
that
but
position.
he's running out
He
of
has
options.
children.
He'll
So
stay
even
there
whatever
until
his
you
personal
just
things are,
decide you're
it's not in the
tired
best
of it.
interest of the children.
Mr.
This is
Cox,
also
what
a
is your relief that you're
family-related
asking
issue.
for today?
Your Honor, I'm asking that she be removed from the home today. We've got to try to get these 4 showings in. And I'm not trying to add more fuel to
The
the fire
showings
here,
are
but
already scheduled.
I'd probably say maybe give her about a week, maybe a week.
They're
Try
already
not to
scheduled.
interrupt
I've been
you.
in communication
I
with
just
the realtor.
asked
They're
Mr.
already gone
Cox, ma'am.
and confirmed.
Silence. I'm going to mute you. Mr. Cox.
Your Honor, one of my obligations under the judgment is the child has a disability that provides him with a trust that provides income to the child of $3,600 a month. I haven't even been able to deal with that with the probate judge, as Judge Hillary ordered me to. And she is simply collecting the child's money every month, not working, and obstructing the sale of this house. Your Honor, we're at a desperate need here
What
because
does
we
that
can
have to
lose
do
them.
with
He's not gonna care about that. He just wants you to sell the house.
this order while we're here today? First, you're bringing up the
And you're
child
bringing
support
up
order
everything
that
under
has
the
nothing-
sun, and that is
That is
not
re- that is
inappropriate.
related
It has
to the
nothing
issues
to
today.
do with it. It is enforcing
Exactly.
a court order. Enforcing a court order, and you're supposed to be out of there.
Yeah, she's
And that is
difficult
a
to deal with.
order
court
She's difficult to deal with.
also enforce him to do things that he has not done either. That the
The
court has
latest
just put a
order
blind eye
is-
to. He's supposed to pay the portion of my car. He has not done that.
And that
also
isn't what
is a
we're
court
here
order.
for.
It's a
Stop.
court order.
Just mute her. Mr. Cox, I muted her because this is just going nowhere, and it's hit my office and Judge Hillary's office over and over. We've done everything to try and be reasonable, and she just won't do it. Now, I don't know that Mr. Donaldson wants her put out in the street today. I don't know. I'm assuming you're asking for costs for this motion now too.
We are, Your Honor, and it's horrible to say that. I mean, he doesn't want her put on the street, but he knows that we just have no choice. We can't get this house sold. She's going to stop everything that we try to get it sold.
That's my only fear. I wouldn't want to put her out today or that day, but you give her another week and she's still acting a fool.
Can you check with your realtor and see today if she can at least get 4 showings in today? Does she have the ability to do that?
We don't have the key to the house to get in the house.
There's no key to the house because Mrs. Donaldson won't give it to her. She said she went on a trip and can't give her the key today, so the 4 showings wouldn't happen.
Yeah, she's they're gonna have to put her out soon. She's making it really difficult, and even just hearing that, you would want to have mercy on these people just because of who you are as a person, but she's making this really difficult.
All right. Well, this is her motion to object to the ex parte order. I find her motion to be frivolous. It's the same thing that I have done and Judge Hillary has done on this case since this started. And I think the first hearing was probably back in September 21st. I think at that point her counsel was also there, and there were attempts to do, change things. I don't think an order actually got entered, written order, because of objections and stuff until November. On this matter, there's been an ex parte order for exclusive use and possession, attorney's fees. Plaintiff is not permitted in the house without written permission. Mr. Donaldson, I want you to raise your right hand. That would be your other right hand.
Oh,
You solemnly swear from testimony given in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Have you given her permission to reside there for some period of time?
Yes, until the house sold. Yes, I did allow.
That's what I thought.
I was giving her permission to.
That's what I thought. So a couple of things. I will say that she's more prepared than a lot of other people I've seen. I would like to see those emails that they've exchanged. Her eyes and her demeanor say that she's super uncooperative, but I think she's kind of mixing in the truth with a little bit of deception, right? And so it's hard to figure out what's actually true and what's actually false. So when she said he gave me permission, like the look on her face and the body, like her demeanor says that she's actually telling the truth. Like he did say that. So let's see what he's got to say.
Stay in there, but with all these back and
How
forth,
recently did you give her that permission?
it was a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if you've given her permission to stay there, you've given her permission to stay there.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long?
Well, until the house sold. But
So that's the problem. She's making it difficult to sell the house. So it's like, well, he told me I could stay until the house. So you see where the deception comes in? Well, he told me I can stay until the house sells. Well, we're trying to sell the house and he won't give us the keys. That's the point. So now that you're making it hard for us to sell the home, then you got to get out so we can sell the house. You're putting yourself, that's where I say her demeanor and her eyes are saying uncooperative. She's very uncooperative because he's trying to say, okay, I don't want to put you out on the street, but let these people come in and show the home. Oh, we ain't got the key. We can't get in. I've got 4 showings today. They're not coming. So it pushes things back over and over again. So she's saying, well, he told me to stay. Yeah, he told you to stay, but he didn't know, or I guess he didn't think you were going to try to do everything in your power to stop this house from selling. So, man, this has been dragging on for 4 or 5 years, child. I'm still in that house and then you stop making payments. That goes on his credit. Who knows what else you can destroy because he can't get this thing sold.
But it's like she's blocking from the house to get sold.
Yep.
So I
There
have
it
no
is.
choice but
Yep.
to say, hey, she
Are
got.
you revoking your permission then?
Yep.
Yes.
He even
As of
hesitated.
today?
Yes.
He even hesitated on that. He ain't even want
right.
to do that.
Mr. Cox?
If there's any hope that we believe she could demonstrate a single shred of cooperation with the realtor,
We'll let her
but
stay
she
in the
can't.
house.
It's impossible.
I know,
She is
but
stopping-
I know, but right now I'm saying he is entitled to it, but he let her stay there.
Right.
All right. He just told me, and I believe him because he's under oath and everything. He said he gave permission, but he's revoking it as of today, and that should be put in writing to her from him.
Yeah. That's going to cause a breakdown. She's going to break down.
And then,
It's too much stress. I think she's going to break down over that. Yeah, there's too much stress for her.
I mean, she's learning of it today. Ma'am, I'm probably going to give you like a week to move out
That's defeat in her face. Yep.
because he's revoking his permission today unless he gives you other written permission.
I would
Can she be
say-
ordered to cooperate with the showings, Your Honor?
Yes.
I think you.
Yes.
I would have said a week too.
Ma'am, you're going to be, you're muted. I can't hear you. I'll unmute you in a minute, but you cannot stop talking when I'm talking or anything, even when I'm doing that. You are ordered to cooperate with the showings that are scheduled for today. You said that they were scheduled. You are ordered to do that. You are ordered to get the keys or availability for those showings today and any other showings that this realtor schedules. You'll give her whatever is necessary to get in and do the appropriate showings.
Yeah, look at her face. She's in full victim mode. She's feeling sorry for herself right now.
You will not.
It's not fair.
In any way cause damage or something to the house to make it less saleable. I'm denying your motion today regarding your objection to the ex parte order that remains in effect. And as I say, I will give you 7 days to get out of the house unless something else is brought up by Mr. Donaldson and he agrees to some other time or something like that. Mr. Donaldson, I got to tell you this. You can't come in and ask that she be removed and then at the same time give her permission.
Yep.
You either give her permission and you work with her or you don't.
Yep.
And if she doesn't do it, I'm giving 7 days for her to be removed because you've revoked your permission at this point. Anything else, Mr. Cox? I'm going to, Miss Donaldson, you can unmute and state what you want to.
She has to unmute.
You have to unmute yourself now. We've got it.
All right. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I have already been in communication with the realtor. I am not just out of town. I have a sick father, much like the defendant, and I'm out of town. I'm in Cincinnati, and I'm here visiting him. He may not have much longer to be here, so I'm just here seeing him, and and Mr. Donaldson knows that. But I've already spoken and communicated with the realtor in reference to that. The showings that were scheduled for today have already been rescheduled and confirmed for Monday. We've already talked about that and talked through that with the realtor. She is aware of that, and I am also aware. And I did apologize for my error on this one time that did for this particular time. I have offered also to repair the home on more than one occasion. That information is there. I haven't been the one to I've been the one trying to get the home repaired because we can make a lot more money than what's being offered on the home currently. And so I've been trying to work with both Mr. Donaldson and the realtor to at least allow those negotiations to be made because those are one of the main concerns that a few sellers have. The house is currently on the market. They do have all the photos that were needed that came in. They came into the home. We got it on the market. We just had an open house Sunday.
You're holding the house hostage. Well, I want to make repairs. No. Sell the house. Period. Leave the key for the realtor to get in or some other way, like a lockbox or something like that, with a copy of the key or whatever. Let the realtor go in. You're doing too much.
February 1st. So I have been in cooperation. There were 22 people that came through the home, and there were communications after the home. So there has been steps that has been taken that I have cooperated with. They've gotten in the home. I've made sure to keep the home in decent condition and to make sure that it was presentable for the guests. I am hopeful that Mr. Donaldson will allow for us, I say us because it's me and his children that he would be putting out on the street, not just myself, because this affects the whole family. And I pray that he does give us permission to stay in our home because it is still our home. I handled all of our affairs for the first 13 years of our relationship, all of our business affairs and personal. And so Mr. Donaldson, he's not a big negotiator. And so he expresses to me that most of what is being done with the home is being told to him what he's doing. He's not really saying he's never really been that person to take the lead in that. That has always been me. So I have been trying to be at the table to negotiate the best rates for both him and I.
You got an attorney that's speaking for him, so we don't need you no more. But thanks.
And also give options for these people that are going to buy it because we can make more money. We can make up to $50,000 more money that his realtor has said that we could make. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to be able to do that. So we can both put more money in our pockets for ourselves and our children that we both need.
The house must immediately be sold. And it must be, it doesn't say anything in the judgment about repairs or anything. It must immediately
Correct.
be sold.
Yeah, it wouldn't stop the
If
selling
you are going to
or
talk
delay
to
it.
Mr. Donaldson about something, you're not being prohibited from talking to him or something, but you are prohibited from interfering with the immediate sale of the house. Okay, you can't hold it up because I want to repair the living room.
It wouldn't
That
hold
kind of
anything
stuff.
up. It wouldn't hold it up.
Yes, it would. You
We
got
would
to
do it
fix
before
it.
the
So don't give
closing.
me
The
that.
same thing that we've done when we purchased the house.
Ma'am.
Yeah, same. But go ahead.
Well, thank you.
Honorable.
I'm
So
just
go ahead.
telling you that it will hold it up. I know what it does to fix a house. It holds it up. You got to do
It's mine. I already had someone come in and give estimates, but okay. All right.
Jesus. That's going to be the order of the court. She will fully cooperate. Obviously, if she doesn't cooperate with the Monday showings, you can come back and get an immediate order to have her removed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I know you've got them before, but with whatever, because she said she's got it all set for Monday and everything is set up.
Yep.
Okay. And that's her own words to me right here. And if she violates that, I'll use that against her too. Unless you agree, she's to be out next Friday.
Yeah.
I will reserve costs for Mr. Cox. You can, you'll be able to bill for your time, the amounts and stuff like that. I'll reserve them for right now for this hearing, only because unless stuff goes the way it doesn't seem to be going, there'll be more. And I will grant costs to you at that time, Mr. Cox. That's going to be the order.
He's going to drop the hammer. Like, that's what he said. We'll come back. I knew that was coming because she's so difficult to deal with. He's going to drop the hammer on you. It should be a week that you just hire some movers to come in, get all your stuff. Anything that you want, move it to wherever you're going, back to your mama's house, wherever. But that should be easy. But even with that, she's still fighting. She just won't let go. She's super uncooperative. It's just contentious, very contentious. And if this is any indication of what he had to deal with over the course of his marriage, maybe not in the beginning, but over the course of it, this is terrible.
If Mr. Donaldson and Miss Donaldson want to cooperate and give more time or do whatever, that's fine. But you're here telling me, Mr. Cox, that he wants this done now, doesn't want to make repairs, basically, just wants it done, just sold. Just sold. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. We're just trying
I
to
understand.
allow our realtor to do her job, and Mrs. Donaldson is not allowed to do it thus far. So,
And if the realtor comes in, ma'am, and says you're putting anything in her way, I'll have the police come and remove you. I'm tired. I'm done.
Immediately.
So that'll be the order of the court. Anything?
thank you.
That's it. That's it. Modern women, just the same old. They try to bogart and do whatever they want to, and people get tired of it. Hopefully, at that point in time, she was able to do what she was supposed to do and get people to move out and have a smooth transition as much as possible. But this is what they do. They grab on to everything. They hold on to everything. They don't want to leave. They want to make it a problem. They want to drag it out as much as possible. And I understand, academically at least, divorce is very messy. So he could probably be doing the same thing or some of the same tactics as well on his side. So I don't want to absolve him, but just let the house go, move on, and start a new life. That's my opinion. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.